Final on the course.
And here we go as the crews are away. You can see the line up there with Austria, Denmark, Germany, Italy, Great Britain and the Dutch at the bottom of the screen. All making a clean getaway from the start.
And the German team, this young German team, has been the talk really of this event this season. Moritz Moos and Jason Osborne, coached by the legendary German rower Robert Sens in Mainz in Germany. They're only 20 years of age, so successful, so young. But I spoke to him yesterday. He said it's really about keeping these guys focused. This is their first big event, of course performing very well at the World Cups this year, but this is their first World Championship together in this Olympic class boat, and just really keeping their heads in the game and keeping them focused.
I'm sure it's a real balance of working with their self-belief but also keeping them focused that they can actually perform on this stage.
Just to give you an idea, I mean, the Germans led out yesterday. They were under such pressure from the South Africans and the Dutch in the last 500, but they held them off. They got flexibility in every part of the race, this German lightweight men's double scull. But at the moment we're seeing the Italians in blue, lane 4. They're 1, 2, 3 from the top of your screen in the lead as the cameraman takes us to the Muda twins, Tico and Vincent from the Netherlands.
And they're certainly not out of it, this pair of twins who rode the double scull together as we come up here towards that 500 and seeing just how it's shaping up. The Germans have come back at that Italian double, that's very close right up at the front. The Danes, Olympic champions in double scull from 2012, different rowers, but we know they've got great history in men's lightweight rowing.
And it's so tough, only 2 sculling positions at the Olympic Games in this lightweight men's sculling category, and we saw Lars Hartig from Germany take second in his semi-final in the single scull earlier. Of course, that is the non-Olympic boat. He was squeezed out of this double. He was in it for the European Championships earlier this year, but it's the 2 young men from Mainz, Moritz Moos and Jason Osborne. So impressive at only 20 years of age, I think, to be doing what they're doing in such a difficult category. We spoke about it in the race earlier. Such a difficult event, the lightweight men's double scull, and so much depth in this category on the international stage. Just at the top of your screen there, you're seeing Pietro Ruta nearest to you in blue, the Italian stroker from the military academy down there in Zabaudia, and he, of course, is the more experienced member of this team. Of course, an Olympic competitor in the 2012 Games. But the Italians, they had a fantastic quarter-final yesterday, looked really dominant as they won that race. And, well, I think the standard is just so amazing in terms of closeness of all the crews. But on the far side, we haven't mentioned the Danes. Now, just look at them. They're the high-rating crew, just one down from the top of your screen. And the amazing Henrik Steffensen, he's on the right of that boat in the bow seat. They've actually found a partner, Jens Nielsen, for him. And, well, the Danes went all the way over at 40 strokes a minute, which in rowing is very high. And I've no doubt that that's what they'll do at this race, because to get through to the final they have to. And Steffensen, of course, won the lightweight men's single against Azu last year. There we see Steffensen. There he is to the right of your picture. He's he's the world record holder for lightweight ergometer, and look at the way they're going there.
And we used to see him training out in Portugal. We used to go out to Avias. I know he likes training out there, and he was a very tough man out there for weeks and weeks on end, just working on it, and it pays off when you come to races like this.
What would you say their rating is? I mean, it's up around 39.40. We've got an indication there. It's
I'd say about 37.
Yeah, they're saying 37. It's not 37. It's higher. I can tell you that now. Sometimes the GPS doesn't get it right.
But look at the Dutch twins at the bottom, the Muda twins, we're just seeing, looking to put pressure on and making sure that this race stays fast the whole way. There's nothing finished yet in this one.
No, very sleek though, the Danish we spoke about. They look so flat. Look at that pickup on the front end of the stroke. Their blades just popping into the water there. Minimal backsplash. They look so sleek in the way that they're rowing. The Italians a little bit more disjointed, but still so much aggression in what they're doing. And they're really going for stroke with the Danes. The young Germans just dropping off the pace ever so slightly. They're about half a canvas down on the leaders now, half a boat length down on the leaders now as we're coming past the bridge there.
They always wish that bridge was 500 to go, but it's not, it's 600. So you have to think again as you pass the bridge and go through the 500 metres to go when you're racing. British out of it at the moment.
British out of it, but I'm really interested in the Muda twins and how they can put pressure on this front of the race for who might get that final qualifying place. You can see bag ball of lane 6 just popping up in the corner. They're really not out of it, and I know this is their home water, and they'll be desperate to get into the final on Saturday.
Look at the Germans at the top of your picture, lane number 3. They fought back again through the Danes, and will the Danes have to suffer? The Muda twins saw heartache in the London Olympics, but they couldn't get that medal despite being in the final of the lightweight fours, but they've crafted this double so skillfully. This is their home water. They're from Amsterdam.
Well, they're the fastest boat on the course, coming through from 12.50 through here towards 7.50. Can they carry on being the fastest boat to the line?
This is a fantastic sprint finish. Stephenson, I saw, went through a zoo. There's no doubt that Stephenson has got the physiology to hold off the Mudas, but the Mudas have got the momentum. Top of your screen, the Dutch. There they are. The other side of the Danes. It's between them for the qualifying place at the moment. 200 to go.
In front of the home crowd, the Dutch are just finding more and more. It looks like they're now just about level with the Danes. Who's going to find it? There's probably 20 strokes left to the line, if that.
And look at the way the Dutch use their bodies so strong into that second half of the stroke. To me, the Danes just don't have that power in the second half, but they're going stroke for stroke here. They're really dead level, but what an incredible performance from the Italians, from the young Germans. They're going to take positions 1 and 2 to go through to the A final, and it looks like the Dutch have just gotten there.
Oh yes, the Dutch did it. What a fantastic race for that third place.
The Dutch seem to know it. They're already pointing, they're clapping.
Yeah, that's Vincent Muda
so
in the
close.
stroke seat, we can see, but hands up there. That shows what it means to Maurice Moose and his partner Jason Osborne. Head down, he knows he's done a job, but well, you know, don't you? Tico Muda just knew. I mean, it's funny in a rowing boat, even across the course, just that 1, 2, 3 feet, and you have a sense, don't you?
Well, let's have a look just at how close it was. The Italians there, just ahead of the Germans. The crowd are seeing this replay in the stands, and the Dutch have definitely got it.
They both looked on the line when they heard the buzzer, didn't they? And they sorted it out. Whoa, congratulations. But I think it's great for the Danes. You know, they haven't made the final, but they have got a double that works. And, you know, they'll go back, Jens Nielsen and Henrik Stephenson, and work on that and make this event even more competitive. I don't know how that's possible after the 2 races we've seen. What a final we're going to have in this event, Greg.
It's going to be an amazing race that we're going to get so close. All of these lightweight races have just been fantastic, every single one so far today. As we see the sinewed muscles on these lightweight rowers, their body fats will be probably 10% or lower. So really their bodies just look like anatomy with cling film stretched over it. As you look at the muscles, they look at the veins, because there's no excess body weight can be afforded for any of these guys. Everything's got to be used to move the boat forwards.
Just like Tour de France cyclists, when you look at them, isn't it? They're kind of almost translucent skin, but how they make the boats go so fast with that minimal level of body fat is just incredible.
See the Italians there, they'll be wanting to recover, they'll be wanting to get a limited amount of calories back on board, because we know they'll have to get themselves down to weight again by Saturday morning, as we see confirmation there of the result of that second semi-final.
And the lightweight women's doubles are on